Hey, this is MBT Sky, and we are doing a daily reading, and today is the 25th. The month is still in Jupiter, but we are in Aries right now, and so the planets that pop up for Aries for overall energy is Uranus and Neptune. So you're talking about like Aquarius, Pisces energy. The high energy comes in the Sun, medium energy in the Moon, and the low energy is in Pluto. Not saying that it's low vibrational, but this is what you want to stay out of, the negative aspects of it. So let's talk about Jupiter right now. And the thing that's interesting about the overall energy today for Aries, because Aries does speak about people that's in power, high statuses, superpowers, right? Sometimes that can be possessive and aggressive energies. The thing that's interesting is that today I was listening to the news, right? And on Apple News, one of Clinton's old military personnel discuss how personal phones of people in the high offices, their personal phones is being listened to. I don't even know if he knew he said it, but that's exactly what he said, right? And I'm like, if they gonna do that to government personnel, then imagine what they gonna do down here with the rest of us, right? But anyway, it's interesting that Uranus and Neptune would come out when that comes up, when we're in this energy of communication and stuff like that, and this high energy of the Sun, which is, when you're in a high energy, things that seem clear can be a little bit unclear, but somebody definitely cleared that out today. But that's general energies, all right? So let's see what else is going on in Jupiter today. So it says, honor animals with reverence. So, for those who are animal lovers and stuff like that, this energy is a discussion of, having some time with your pets, which is nothing wrong with that, right? Let me see what else. And that's funny. So, certain people gravitate towards certain animals and certain pets, and it kind of bring them back in a good energy, in a good space. So that may be the conversation over there. So let's see what else. Uranus, Neptune, Aries, which would be Mars, Uranus, Neptune, right? So you got some air here, you got some water, and you got some fire energy going on at the same time. So let's see what else comes up under there. Some earth energy under there too. So we got some of all of the elements taking place under Aries right now. And this is talking about profession, right? That comes up. When we talk about the Uranus Neptune, you're talking about social circles and groups of individuals that know, that you are in contact with. And you're talking about institutions and things of that nature and secrets that take place. So, hey, that particular news clip, that made sense. But this is something that also could take place in everyday life for people. So therefore, pay attention to your works and to what you feel like you have power and authority over. How you moving? Are you being sneaky? Are you being real? You know what I'm saying? That kind of energy. And then it's Virgo energy. People that you work with, employers, professions. What else is going on? Services, occupations, things like that. And it's also a discussion of small animals. So, maybe some Aries with some water, air, earth, fire energy, that may gravitate towards small animals. Also, if we're dealing with authorities, there may be some animals being used in a particular way. But anyway, let's see what else comes down. Alright, so see, when we're dealing with the Sun, we're dealing with the 6th house, Leo. So you're talking about creativity, relationships, romance, things of that nature. Here you got this good old 10 of Wands and this high energy. You also have this Supreme. That's nice to see. The Supreme being, which is not a general card, and it's an extra card in this particular deck. And then you have this 9 of Wands here that comes down. Now, if you're paying attention here, you have earth, air, water, and fire, right? The cups. You have this infinite situation. Now, clearly in the sun, you are in a happy energy, creative energy, balanced energy. This is desires. You're releasing yourself from being overwhelmed. You're getting into your supreme energies. You're getting into your meditation, your exercises, whatever it is that you do to tap into all your elements, your earth, your air, your water, your fire elements. But this is when it's the supreme, it's been mastered already, and it's guarded and it should be guarded to a degree, clearly. Now, guarded doesn't mean that one cannot share, because of course you can share and discuss it and be open with it, and be tapped in and tap into that third eye frequency and understand what's going on here, right? It has to be respected in this high frequency. So if there's some Aries that's running around in a high frequencies right now, they understand that feeling overwhelmed, can lead to a disruption in the tapping. So they're going to release themselves of that. They understand that feeling too guarded all the time, or feeling like everything is a fight all the time, will disturb the tapping also. But here we got this moon energy that comes in, and this is associated with the sign of Cancer, and this is, home, environment, things of that nature that takes place, family, children, love, all that. So let's see what else is going on over here. Oh, wow, look at that. It's the moon. And so the moon is here. I'm not even mad. And then you have this good old Seven of Cups here, and then you have this Daughter of Swords here. So here in this middle frequency, if you look at this in the middle, the moon is not shedding light on everything. So therefore, you have to go out into the unknown. And this may be a little bit overwhelming in the middle frequency, when everything is not clear. Choices have to be made. You have to follow your intuition. And there may be so many choices on one when it comes to this light energy over here. And if you notice, you see the moon here, you see this crab here, which usually is a symbol of Cancer, but in some decks Pisces, in some decks Cancer. Either way, confusion in the middle frequency based upon choices. You have plenty of choices and options. Which ones are you going to choose, right? You have this Daughter of Swords here, and when you talk about the Daughter of Swords, this is new. Don't be kind of careless with your thoughts, your words, your agreements, your contracts, things like that. If you're not really sure about what you want to do today, Aries, and you have these signs or these planets, if you're not really sure, kind of fall back and chill for a second, so that you don't end up overwhelmed in the first place. You want to keep this sun in a high frequency regardless. So let me see what else is going on here. And then guess what? Even with that little news clip I was listening to, I'm sure the systematic system is really feeling some type of way about what this energy says. So you see how it just trickles down from one aspect of reality to the next, right? So let's see what's going on down here in Pluto real quick, which is Scorpio. So let's see. There's a lot of fire. Eight of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Goddess of Swords. So this low frequency, things is supposed to be in motion, right? The blindfolds are not coming off on certain situations, and it's concerning an Aries who may have some Libra in their chart, a nice little bit of air. This may be their low frequency. They may be aggressive. This is a water air sign. So, when you mix that water and air together and you throw a little bit of fire in there, you can get a little bit of confusion take place, especially when you see this extra water and air over here. Now, the thing that's interesting is things not going in motion, or things already in motion that was already in motion and already took place. The blindfolds not coming off about things that need to be thought about, chose about, things of that nature. Now, when you're dealing with the twos, you always dealing with the dualities. This also could be just two different concepts of how a person thinks, how a person speaks, how a person communicates, right? And look, they all come down. So here you got on one side, seeing things from a different perspective, being stagnated. And then you have this Fool energy, where there's this vibration here that is talking about the Fool. And when you're talking about the Fool, he even comes with small animals, right? The Fool goes on new journeys. He's the beginning of the whole entire major economist. He goes on these journeys, and he packs up and he just up out of there. He don't have no problem with getting up out that spot, going on his adventures, things of that nature. But when naivety taps in, even though he has a small little friend, the dog that's with him that says, hey, don't go off the cliff, sometimes he goes off the cliff. In this case, it's a discussion of things that may not be moving, creating stagnation, things that's not being seen or understood or being addressed, which may cause confusion even when tapping into your supreme self. That happens sometimes, right, Aries people? So therefore, don't be a fool. You understand? This Queen of Swords here that seems to be looking at this Virgo is one that really communicates clearly and can be a little bit defensive and warish also. So this is this Aries motion that comes through, and there's nothing wrong with that either, but you want to stay in that high frequency, right? And so, some may feel like even in this frequency, the waters may raise above the airs a little bit after they get through this middle frequency, and it may feel like in the sun the guard is down. It's not. It's really not. All right. So first off, let's see what else is going on. We'll look at the supreme being here. Matter of fact, we don't have to look at the supreme being. What we're going to look at is the Virgo. We're going to look at, see what's going on. Aries, Uranus, Neptune kind of energy. So you got this 3 coins here. You have the Emperor that comes down in reverse. And I don't really read reversals, but we're going to just leave him like that, right? And then we got this Son of Swords. So this is a nice, this is an Aries that's moving in a lot of aggressive energy. The Son of Swords comes through with messages and discussions that throw this Aries energy into like a very over-possessive, controlling, domineering, fickle, hot mess of energy, okay? Especially when it's coming down to what? Services, occupations, employees, and things of that nature. This may even be some spills that come through about what's going on the greatest scale with food. It's gonna be a lot going on. Whether this is within your personal life, this is something that affects the personal life. People that's working together, or that that's working together. Okay, let me see what these 3 Pentacles is doing here. This is very interesting, but there's definitely some messages coming in to this Aries energy here. And look at what he holding. He holding the crystal ball and really can't tap the hell in. That's what this masculine is doing, and really can't tap in at all. That's why you're upside down. Let me see one more thing. Let's say if you sitting in the chair upside down, let's say you on the ceiling, he done lost his staff, he done fell out his chair, he done lost his whole entire crystal ball. People is working together here in this Virgo house. Things is being brought in, maybe information to an Aries that got a little dominance in Virgo, or interacting with some Virgos, Pisces, Aquarius energy. Like, yeah, it's showing out. Yeah. And so at the end of the day, the discussion should be the working together of building a very strong foundation between. This is an Aries that may have an interest also in somebody they're not interested right now, and this is what might have this Aries energy upside down right now. Okay, they're not interested. Whomever it is, it's a lot of air on the board when you're dealing with Aries, and certain air signs and Aries do not go together at all. So that's one. But outside of that, secrets being revealed, people knowing certain things, people using institutional systems and things like that to violate certain things. Yeah, that's a conversation today. Staying in a higher frequency though, understand that everything that's glittery, it's not always gold. Okay, so when you feel like you in this happy bliss state, understand, still continue to tap into your supreme attributes, so that you know where to stay guarded and why to stay guarded, without the confusion, without being in fear that you don't see everything up front. Sometimes reality does not allow you to see. Sometimes reality wants you to make a blind choice, and when you are put in a position to make a blind choice, it should put you in this frequency to want to tap in, so that when it's time for these choices, it's not an overclouding taking place, right? And a confusion taking place, right? And aggression taking place at the end of the day. Life sometimes puts you in that position, and there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, outside of that, things in motion, confusion, overindulgence sometimes, going through fights and arguments and, feeling like you have to defend yourself kind of thing. You got this Queen of Swords down here that's not interested in confusion or being overwhelmed. So she's even in this lower frequency, she's not interested into the confusion and cloudiness of thoughts and things of that nature right now. There's something else taking place that she's able to see, or this feminine principle, or this masculine with this feminine principle attached is able to see with these three of coins. The working together, it's, when you're dealing with air signs, the worst thing you can do is force. And if you're dealing with the Fool, just to be in fairness, right? If we're dealing with the major, the Fool right now that came down, you're dealing with Aquarius energy, right? Ruled by Uranus. Today is Uranus, right? So Aquarius is, if you got a nice bit of Aries, pay attention, right? If you're dealing with who is it? Neptune. Then them come down. No, we got the Aries. All right, we got the Hangman that comes down. Just in all fairness, where's my Hangman at? So we can really look at it the right way. And I don't know why I put on. All right, that's Pisces energy. Still water, Neptune. Pay attention though. They come down and they and this conversation is taking place. There's the Aries that is overbearing and ridiculous in their power. This is no control out right here, okay? And there may be people working together or wanting to work together to build and create firm foundations. This may be the person's concept, but right now, when it comes to profession and business and stuff like that, he's overwhelming, and that's just the bottom line. He's gonna have to find some balance in there regardless, or she will have to find some balance in there regardless. But in this Sun, Moon, Pluto energy, it's choices. It's really about choices and tapping into your intuition and following your intuition about the things that's important. And yeah, there's some things that you may not address or may not be addressed that you may not see. There may be confusions, overindulgence, cloudy thoughts, aggressions, and conversations that come from confusion that may take place. But the overall concept here is to relieve yourself of those stresses. Don't be reckless with it, but relieve yourself of those stresses. Tap into all your elements. Keep your guard up where you need to. And keep it cooking for the day. Anyway, deuces, mooches. Talk to you on the next one.